As we now go into Watch Boat Reporter, potentially a third and final map. As if we have a winner, it's still possible to draw on Watch Boat Reporter. I believe it is anyway, unless I'm completely wrong. I normally am wrong when it comes to these kind of maps. As SAS have made a sub, they have brought out Tats, Cali, and they have brought in Chaos instead. It's obviously a response to losing the last map. They want to mix something up, they want to change it up. Still 50 seconds left. As Chaos hasn't actually picked a hero yet. For the SAS, we can have Russian Raptors on attack and SAS on defense. Looks like they're going to run the Orisa Hog with the Junkrat. Orisa Hog Junkrat. With Soldier, Zen, Moira. The attack potential Doomfist pick coming in here. Doomfist and Symmetra again with Ryan Zari. They're going to teleport onto the high ground and then fall off it instantly. And then we'll lose the Doomfist instantly to the Soldier. So maybe that first attack didn't go as planned. But they do pick off the Zen, which means they've picked off a support nice and early. Happa doing really good work on that Moira today with those Moira balls. The Diva will get demeched though by the Soldier. As Russian Raptors, they're kind of half pushing the point here, half not. Russian Raptors will get 2 picks though, onto the Moira and onto the Junkrat. Only the Orisa left now to contest the point, who's probably going to get killed here. Everyone else is dead already for the SAS, bar the Zen, who is literally hiding right at the back. And will most likely get picked off now because he's being chased by a Symmetra and a Moira. As Russian Raptors will take the first point here of Watch Boat Reporter. Switch coming in for SAS, they're going to switch to a Farah Tracer, switching from the Junkrat and the Soldier. And they will get a nice early pick there onto the Moira, who had Coalescence, but 2 picks respond here for the Russian Raptors. One of them on the Farah, taken out by the Symmetra. The Zenyatta was extremely far forward there, in fact that was on top of the ship with the Symmetra. The Meteor Strikes committee doesn't get anyone, but then picks off the Ana and the Moira will then fall afterwards. So SAS, they've lost both supports. They're getting a bit rolled here by the Russian Raptors. And Russian Raptors, they look to potentially win their first ever game in the league. They didn't win like a single game, I don't think, in the entire of the league last season. So they're looking to win their first ever game in the actual league. They did win a game in the playoffs though. And took the eventual league champions to 5 maps in the playoff semi-finals. But they're steamrolling right now on Watch Boat Revolta. Diva Bomb is committed. Gets a pick on the Ana, but was thrown over the side and gets the D-Mech, and the baby Diva will get picked off by the Doomfist. SAS right now, they have no response to this comp that is being run. They've now switched to McCree. He's going to get picked off instantly. The pulse bomb comes out. That doesn't work. Meanwhile, this entire time, this payload's being pushed, but then Raptors will get off right near the end there. That could potentially curve costly. They've used Trance just to recontest a nano boosted Diva, which has come out mainly just to contest the point, I believe that was. from SAS. No picks coming in for either team. Now the Symmetra will fall to the Tracer. The Zen will respond with the D.Va pick. The Vegeta's also going to force Chaos. Gets 2 with the Reinhardt, including stopping the Shatter. And it looks like SAS will now stabilise. But look how close that payload was to being captured. With 4.5 minutes left for the Russian Raptors just to get the payload just a little bit further. The D.Va will be demeched at the end and will be left. It won't be killed, be left more as a stagger for the next time they repush. Russian Raptors, then they're going to have to regroup, they're going to have to maybe recontest, they'll lose the Doomfist to Billy, now switching on to Brigitte. That's the 3rd different character who's now played so far this defense round for the SAS. And it looks like definitely that SAS have now definitely stabilised a bit more. Be interested to see if the Russian Raptors change their composition now to counter what is being ran now by SAS, as it now almost directly counters their entire comp, but they do have ults. They're going to have full ultimates coming into this fight. The Russian Raptors. The Coalescence is used. The Pulse Bomb gets 2, including the Teleport, so technically it's a 3. That's just saved that right there for SAS from Lucio. It will also pick off the Zen or chase the D.Va all the way back to spawn and try and get the D.Va demeched again. Probably should try and fly away here, D.Va, if possible. Instead, he's trying to draw the Tracer. The rest of SAS is now coming to try and help. D.Va's probably going to get a bit staggered here for the Russian Raptors, who are now coming back. They're going to have only 2 ultimates now, as the D.Va bomb was used in that. But they're going to get pick on the D.Va for SAS. The Moira gets taken out. We're trying to use Coalescence as the Doomfist also uses their ult. They have the chance and they still have the Symmetra, as the Shatter's got to come in. Only gets the Doomfist, but 2 picks going in for SAS. The Russian Raptors coming back to the point here, kind of fighting a 4v2 right now. Trace is just in the background, just caused a lot of nuisance for the supports. It does get a pick onto the Ana. The Doomfist doesn't quite get picked off. There's a Riptire coming out for SAS. I didn't even see the Junkrat switch come in, but he's built that very quickly. Gets a DMEC on the D.Va. The Reinhardt's got to come back in now for the Russian Raptors, but there's only 2 of them. And SAS are now regrouped and they're fully respawned, so they're probably going to get staggered a bit even more now. So Russian Raptors will probably just regroup. As there will be a late on to the Reinhardt from the Doomfist, who's now going to get nano boosted, and they're also going to use the trans as well as the Symmetra. They're committing 4 ults to this fight now, and now the Shatter's been used. They've committed 5 ults into this fight now, the Russian Raptors, just to take this last push. SCS respond with the only ultimate they had in terms of the D.Va bomb, which gets the Demon, and Lucio cleans up again on the Tracer, getting a pick on both supports. And the Reinhardt will fall to the Coalescence, also coming out from SAS, who now only have a Shatter left. And in terms of the Raptors on attack, they won't have D.Va bomb, sorry. Actually, well, they will have D.Va bomb when D.Va respawns. They have the Doomfist. They've now switched D.Va mobs onto the Sombra from the Symmetra. Interesting switch there. Maybe trying to use to hack the main shield, or potentially hack the Brigitte, as the Brigitte is kind of countering their dive at the moment. But they had 4.5 minutes left. They're now down to under a minute. So SAS have really stabilised here. As the Sombra does, I believe, goes for the hack on the Reinhardt rather than the Brigitte. The Pulse Bomb will miss. The Meteor Strike's committed, but doesn't actually get any picks. The Junkrat will fall to the D.Va though, but the D.Va will lose the mech in return, and the Doomfist, as well as the Ana's going to get picked off here. I think the Zen's potentially going to be picked off. The Shatter's committed from the Russian Raptors, as it's just a Sombra and the baby D.Va left now. And I don't think the Russian Raptors are going to get another chance to recontest this here. They might. I don't think they'll get another thing to recontest. The Doomfist has got back to trigger the overtime, but will lose his life to the Moira. So Russian Raptors, they're going to be pushing here with low numbers. Taya coming out, as well as the rally, the Coalescence and the Shatter. SCS use every single ultimate that they've built up over this entire time just to get the Russian Raptors off the point, and the payload will stop there. Russian Raptors started so strong on this map here. But unfortunately they couldn't quite get the payload all the way. It's time for SAS to attack now. And I think I'm actually right, it's possible, it's not possible for this game to be a draw, so we'll have a winner either way. You can only draw on hybrid maps, and this one's obviously an escort map, so there will be a winner decided at the end of this map. So it's going to be either the Russian Raptors making that comeback, bringing 2 maps back to claim their first ever win in the league from both seasons so far, or it's going to be the SAS cleaning up and retaking the map and winning 2-1. So it's very interesting to see what comps are going to be running out. Looks like the Russian Raptors, they've locked in this account, this comp. There's still 20 seconds left, but they've locked it in. So they're going to have Orisa Zarya, they're going to have a Farah Mercy most likely, with the Reinhardt, sorry, the Reaper Anna. Very solid damage comp on defense. In terms of attack, it looks like SCS is still trying to make their mind up what they're running here. They're running Ryan Zarya, still running the Brigitte Moira, and they're going to run the Genji Soldier as well on attack. The Soldier is obviously a very good pick. They might have even noticed the Farah scouting while the Farah was shooting. They might have even noticed that there was the Farah. There's the Reaper's going to pressure the Soldier while he's too focused on the Farah and will die. But SAS, they're going to just immediately get this payload being pushed, and happens in damage there as Mercy just about survives that fire strike. As SAS, they're going to push this payload now. They're going to have to drop here, Russian Raptors, and they have. As the Genji is now fighting the Reaper in the background here while the main fight's happening on point. They're going to get a bit of help now from the Soldier. They're going to try and get a pick on this Reaper, which they do, so they now have a man advantage as well as spawn advantage here. But they will lose the Brigitte to the Anna. So it's a 5 for 5 right now. They obviously have closer respawns. The Zarya will then fall. Looks like the res is actually going to happen, but they sacrifice the Mercy for that res onto the Zarya there. So it looks like SES potentially just a few clean-up kills here as they go through. Only sticking with 2 on car right now. It's now 3 as the Vegeta's now returned to the fight. They already have the Dragon Blade in a 90% to a Grav. I assume they'd probably want to save the Grav combo here and use it for the second point to make sure they can capture that. The Russian Raptors, we can test. The Dragon Blade actually going to be committed here. They lose the Mercy really early there, the Russian Raptors. They commit the Nano Boost as well as the Supercharger. Coalescence is also used as well as the Grav. Barrage was attempted to be used by the Pharaoh there on the Russian Raptor side, potentially just an ult to switch characters there more than anything. But the Mercy was going to get picked off again by the Genji, who's tracked forward and stopped the people calling in for respawns. It will be the switch here for many, switching off the Pharaoh to the Genji. So that ultimate was more just sort of use it just to switch. But they're getting a lot of free push here on to the payload here, SAS. Russian Raptors, looks like they aren't going to recontest until they have their entire team back. Looks like the Reaper is potentially going for a flank round with the Zarya. They do have the Grav, so I can see the Grav potentially being committed here by the Russian Raptors just to slow this push down. They have the Orisa with the Genji and the 2 supports. The Reaper gets picked off. Looks like the Mercy is going to get the res off though. Rally's committed by SAS. They get a pick on the Orisa. It's the only person blocking the payload. Grav has to be used, but it will die to the Reinhardt, and it doesn't look to be follow up. Looks like it's just the Mercy just shooting into it for now. Dragon Blade comes out for SAS, as does the Death Blossom from Diggy. Gets blocked by the Brigitte. The Mercy will fall as well as the Genji. It looks like SAS, they're going to claim this second point with 5 minutes left. Now, Russian Raptors, they had 4.5 minutes left to get the payload right from where it is now to the end, and they wasn't able to accomplish it. So let's see if SAS will accomplish. You can see there on the floor how close the Russian Raptors was to completing the whole map. They've done a switch here. They've now got a Roadhog instead of a Zarya, as well as Ryan as well, instead of a Narissa. But they'll lose their Genji early here, but they'll trade out with the Reinhardt. So potentially just a little bit of a slowdown here for SAS. They know they have advantage here because they've got a lot of time and they have ults to use. I think this is more just a steady push to try and get ultimates out. The Genji flanks around and takes out the Ana, which had the only ult on the side of Russian Raptors, and then they clean up the rest of the team here. They're going to commit the Coalescence SAS. The advantage here. The Roadhog dies. There's only the Reaper left to contest the point, and his audio is waved. They've used the Nano onto the Genji. They're using the Nano Blade here. The Shatter comes in, gets 2, including the Ana, who gets picked. The Vegeta will fall to the Nano Blade Genji though, but the Reinhardt will fall afterwards. Shockwave, they're in advantage here. Russian Raptors might have spawn advantage, but I don't think they have numbers advantage right now. SAS picks off the last pick. I don't think anyone can get back. They use the grab to stop anyone getting back, as SAS will win the whole series. Coalescence not fully loading on the play of the game there, as you can see.